titled Israel in Unbelief, Destroyed in the Wilderness. Now, Jude is going to give us 6 examples of apostasy in the past. Before we look at this section, let me remind you of what the apostasy is. Thayer gives this meaning of the Greek word of epistemi, to remove, to withdraw, or go away, to depart. When the word is used in 2 Thessalonians, I take the position that it was a twofold meaning. It means to remove, the removal of the church, since in Paul's first epistle, to the Thessalonians, he spoke of the rapture of the church. The rapture must come first, the epistemi. The departure, the removal of the church, the removal of believers from the earth will lead to the total apostasy. That is the departure from the faith. Our Lord Jesus asked the question, when the Son of Man cometh to the earth, that is, which shall he find the faith? Luke chapter 18 and verse 8. The way the question is couched in the Greek demands a negative answer. Therefore, the answer is no. He will not find the faith on the earth when he returns. There will be a total departure, the total apostasy now that cannot come about until the true believers are removed from the earth. And of course, this can occur at any moment. Jude is now going to give us 6 examples of apostasy in the past. That is departure from the truth. There will be 3 groups and then 4 individuals. First, the 3 groups, verse 5. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward departed them that believed not. Jude, verse 5. In the wilderness, Israel is in unbelief was destroyed. It is an example that God does judge apostates. When Israel came to Kadesh Barnea, they refused to enter the promised land. Now the spies had brought back a report to Kadesh Barnea that everything God had told them about the land was accurate, but the spies, with the exception of 2, didn't believe that God could bring them into the land, and they persuaded the people to believe that. At first, they didn't want to believe that it was a good land. After they were convinced it was a good land, they wouldn't believe that God could bring them into the land. They preferred to stay in the wilderness rather than believe God. That is an example of apostasy, the departure from the faith. They departed from the whole basis on which they had left Egypt. God had given them a promise with 2 parts in it. I will take you out of Egypt, and I will bring you into the promised land. But Israel's unbelief pushed them back into the wilderness, and God left them there for 38 more years, and all of the adult generation had died. with the exception of Caleb and Jacob. Israel had used their children as an excuse for not going into the land. So God said, "But your little ones, which ye said should be a prey, them shall I bring in, and they shall know the land which ye have despised." Numbers chapter 14 and verse 31. My friend, in our own lives, we sometimes use our children's welfare as an excuse for not serving the Lord. While that sounds very noble, it infers that God isn't thinking of our children. God will take care of them and us when we obey Him. The new generation of Israel did cross the Jordan River and entered the promised land, even as God had promised. However, the generation that had apostatized, that had departed from the faith, were destroyed in the wilderness. And they are the first examples that Jude give us.